Hi everyone, I'd like to share with you my tag. This is for my Twilight Tag swap that I'm hosting on my blog. And I'm in the My Favorite Scene group, and I chose the prom scene. This is towards the end of the movie, and I love this scene. I love especially this part right here where he's about, well, she thinks he's gonna bite her, but instead he kisses her. And I love it when he says, "Is it not enough to just have a long happy life with me?" I could watch that scene over and over again. So I had to choose that scene, and I wanted to try to incorporate the actual place where they were, which was underneath the gazebo. So I created these trellises here on the side, and then I added my favorite leaf ribbon to go around it, and then I added these lanterns here. So let me share with you what I did. I used the number 8 Tim Holtz tag, and then I used the Christmas Lattice Sizzix textures on the tag first, and then after I did that, then I added some white acrylic paint, and then I just dressed over the tag with the vintage photo, and then I took some of the golden regular gel in the gloss and mixed that with some magical mica in the Edelweiss moss. I wanted to give it some texture, as you can see here, onto the tag. And then once that dried, I edged the tag again with the vintage photo. For the lattice, I used this Cuttlebug die right here, and then I sprayed that with some of the moon shadow mist in the tawny turquoise. And then I took my favorite leaf ribbon and ran it through the lattice, and then I added these little Prima flowers that I stained using the Starburst spray in the Amaryllis Burgundy. And then I used this stamp here for the lantern. This I got at Michael's. I believe they still carry it. And I just basically just cut out the lantern part, and then I colored it in with my Copic marker, the white 21, the Buttercup Yellow. And then I just stressed the tag around the edges, as you could see, with the vintage photo. And the image I just basically printed from my computer, and then I just cut around the image to give it more of a dimension to the tag. And then I printed this right here from my computer, and then as you can see here, I didn't adhere it flat, and same thing with the lattice, it's not flat to give it some dimension to the tag as well. And then I added some fiber to the top, and then I added this little bird right here. This is using the Martha Stewart punch. I basically stained it using the Sassafrage Olive Copper in the Starburst stain, and then I added a brown pearl because they play the Flightless Bird American Mouth song in the background, and so I wanted to add that bird. So that's my tag. I had a fun time creating this tag, and I will be posting the New Moon tag swap next month. I am still waiting for a few more tags for the Twilight swap, so once I receive all those tags and ship those out, I will be posting the swap for New Moon. So I'll have my link down below to my blog, so be sure to check it out. And can't wait for New Moon's swap. So thanks again everyone for watching. Bye.